First, let's start off with your name and what specialty you're trying to go into. Well,
Okay.
that you will go into.
Okay, I like that. So I'm Janae, and the specialty that I'm interested in and will go into is physical medicine and rehabilitation, PM&R.
So we just talked about the power of word and affirmation. So that's why you take trying out that you will go into, right? So I got a question for you, right? For that medical doctor, that future physician,
Okay.
or that practicing physician who has fallen out of love with medicine,
Okay.
with all of the information that we have now on burnout, a lot of people leaving the field of medicine, for that doctor who has fallen out of love for medicine,
Mhm.
lost their love, lost their path in medicine, what is something that you can give them, a word of encouragement or affirmation? Something that you've even had to tell yourself in those times, because you're a fourth year, correct?
Yeah. Well, I'm a third year.
Third
Third year.
year. So
Yeah.
you're getting ready to be a fourth year, but you've gone through a good portion of your curriculum. And I know you had those cry nights, because
Yes.
we've all had them. I know you had those days where you've had to question just hypocrisies in the world and things of that going on. And so you are a third year medical student. There is an insurmountable amount of global unrest going on,
Mhm.
political unrest going on right here in this country. And there's a lot of risk in all of that news that's coming in because we are connected to our mobile devices.
Mhm.
And it can create more mental saboteur, that
Mhm.
imposter syndrome. It can create more burnout. What do you say to the physician with all of that going on who is considering, I think I need to leave medicine? Medicine might actually be taking from me.
Mhm.
How can you pour into them? And what's something that you have said yourself that gave you that spark to come back?
Hmm. Well, I certainly have had a number of challenges that actually took almost 2 years away from my curriculum, so I can understand that and doubting if I was even going to return. So, something that I think I tell myself a lot is that you don't always have to like the process to still be in love with it, and that it's okay to acknowledge even the burdens that come with your blessing. It doesn't take away from the fact that you feel grateful, that you're thankful for it, to be able to step back and go, wow, like this is a lot. But I also think that acknowledging that in those burdens and in those troubles that you're also building the skill of resilience and that you're building the skill of grit, and that these are things that in the long run are not only going to benefit you but benefit your patients, especially going into PM&R. Something that I think about is, if I quit on myself, then what am I supposed to say to the patients who are going through something that I can't even imagine, something like losing a limb, something like, losing overall function, their ability to speak? How am I supposed to communicate hope and continued effort if I don't have hope and continued effort for my own career?
So you brought up some key words for me. See, I'm a Q, and so you gave me very dogmatic energy right there. So you're kind of really set for PM&R because you talked about grit, you talked about resilience. That's something that we are big on here at AME, is learning that grit, learning that resilience, and that discipline around grit and resilience, because you have to not only uplift yourself and keep yourself on the track, but also keep your patients on track and keep them
Hmm.
buying in and have that rapport. So I appreciate those words. You'll come back tomorrow. I've got some other questions for you, but
Okay.
I wanted to ice break with that because I think we just had a big influencer leave medicine not too long ago, and it's created a lot of stir and a lot of conversation around burnout in medicine.
Indeed.
And someone who has been through medical school and residency, and who's had some similar delays like you, um, the delays can cause burnout.
Yeah.
The resentment because of the delays can cause burnout. The frustrations about the delays, all of these various different things that can just increase our risk for wanting to leave medicine. Now, we don't know what his particular
Hmm.
situation is. However, I just think that that's a very important topic right now that's very much underscored. And even
Hmm.
though we're talking about mental health, it's something that we need to discuss. So appreciate it. One more time, name and where you're going into.
So I am Janae, and I'll be going into physical medicine and rehabilitation, PM&R.
Dogmatic right there.